October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The governor's office reports South Carolina is the second highest state in the nation for women murdered by their partners. 13th Circuit Solicitor Crick has a long history of prosecuting these cases. Only on Fox Carolina, I sat down with the new solicitor to learn about her passion to help victims. Domestic violence cases, violence against women cases. You were part of that violence against women task force when you were in Spartanburg. How do you plan to address cases like that in the biggest district?
That is my passion, and the reason I even became a prosecutor to begin with was because I worked in a shelter after college in Charleston for battered women. I was a court liaison, helping them with paperwork for orders of protection and that sort of thing. So it's always been, even before law school, and probably what motivated me most to go was that connection to domestic violence and trying to help women and their kids who find themselves in a very dangerous position. I learned a lot. I worked for one of the best. Trey Gowdy was my boss. He, at that time, decided we're going to start a domestic violence court, a dedicated court with resources for victims, treatment, and a focus on reducing recidivism for the perpetrators. So I got to see that come to fruition. I think there are ways we can keep moving forward. One of the ladies I worked with in Spartanburg runs our domestic violence unit here. So there's a connection there. I think we're probably going to look at ways of expanding and having a very focused approach to not just domestic violence, but sexual assaults against women as well. So there's probably going to be a little expansion of that unit. But any and all ways that we can be creative and think out of the box is what I want to do. Having a close relationship with the Julie Valentine Center, with Safe Harbor. I had relationships with them back when I was a prosecutor, so we've tried to just continue that on. So any way we can support them and partner with them, I'm looking for all possible options for that too.
Those cases specifically can be difficult to prosecute. How do you find justice for victims?
And I think justice looks different for different people. Of course, our focus is public safety and ensuring that people can, in their homes or as they walk around Greenville and in Pickens County, that they feel safe. It's a different caseload. It's a little bit more challenging because oftentimes when it's a loved one who's the perpetrator, they don't always want to prosecute that person or see that person go to jail. So they are a little more challenging. But again, it's our responsibility to protect the public, to protect the victims. So we take the approach of we're going to move forward with prosecution. And we're going to ensure, hopefully, that these people do not repeat the behavior with that victim or someone else down the road.
And domestic violence advocates in South Carolina, they've been working on House Bill 3569 for the past 3 years. This gives victims in a domestic violence relationship the ability to get out of their lease without getting an eviction on their record or being held financially responsible for damages to their home. Now, that bill passed twice in the House. Advocates hope it will become law sometime next year. Part 3 of our series with Solicitor Crick continues next Thursday. We'll talk about her experience working with Trey Gowdy, both on the local and national level, and how she balances life as solicitor and mom.